So, if you're familiar with the Bible at all, you've probably heard these stories of David and Goliath, Noah and the Ark, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, David in the lion's den, and all these stories from the Bible. But in this video, I'm going to tell you or show you this. There's this huge problem with these stories in the Bible. All right, you ready for it? Here's the big problem with these stories in the Bible. It's that they're not stories. They are actual historical records of real people and what they did in the past. They're actual accounts of history. They're truth. So some people think that they're just like made up stories and legends that you can use to teach things from or that you can learn from. But no, they're actual historical accounts. When Jesus taught from the Old Testament, he taught it as if it was truth, because it was. They're actual things that people did, real people, right? Now, I'm just going to keep saying it. The Old Testament is a history book, and it's a lot more than just a history book, but it is a history book. Now, sometimes Jesus would teach in parables. Those were just short, made up stories that Jesus used to engage the minds of the listeners. So they would actually have to think about what he was teaching. So when he taught from parables, those were just made up stories. But when he taught from the Old Testament, those were true stories. So if you don't believe that the Old Testament stories were true, then your whole uh, Christian faith is going to just fall apart, because the especially the first 11 chapters of Genesis is the foundation to everything that a Christian believes. So in these first 11 chapters are the four foundational events to everything that a Christian believes, also known as the first four C's of history. These are creation, corruption, catastrophe, and confusion. So, creation is God creates a perfect world in 6 24-hour days. Corruption is man disobeys God and the world is cursed with sin. Catastrophe is the flood. Uh, Noah and his family were the only family in the whole world that still loved God. So God sent the flood to destroy the entire earth except for Noah and his family, and two of every kind of animal who he saved on the ark. And finally, confusion, when God told mankind to disperse all over the world, but they just stayed in one place and tried to build this huge tower. So God confused their languages so they couldn't communicate, and that forced them to disperse all over the world. And this is where the different skin colors came from, and where all the nations came from. So if you don't believe that those four major events were truth, then all your beliefs are just going to fall apart. And this includes the entire Old Testament. All of these records of history are truth. They're not just stories. So the next time somebody says they're going to tell you a Bible story, correct them and say, it's not a story, it is a historical account. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. If you did, click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, that's what the comment section is for, so use it. If you have any ideas for future videos, uh, that's a great thing to put in the comment section. Uh, so yeah, I'll see you in the next video.